on this side. Okay, so make sure your tassel is on the left side. Okay, left side, left side. All together. We're going to move it over to the right. There we go, there we go. Now, hold on to your hats because I know you're hold on, okay? Because I want you to wait till we hear from the next speaker. But first, I'll make it official. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2017. Okay, there we go. Our next speaker kind of represents you, so let's just hold off and wait for this young man to come speak. The Valedictorian is an academic title of success used for students who deliver the closing farewell or statement of graduation at the ceremony called the Valedictorian. A valedictorian address is often a student with the highest ranking among his or her peers or graduating class. The term valedictorian, by the way, comes from the Latin term valedicere, also means to say farewell. The valedictorian address is considered a final farewell to classmates before they disperse to pursue their individual paths after graduation. So, to wrap up our evening, our ceremony, and the last 4 years of your high school experience, a final farewell from your selected representative. I give you your valedictorian for 2017, Thomas George.
See me above the microphone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, families, Westmount staff, and our VIP guests, Interim Director Wallace, and School Council co-chairs, Ms. Romy and Mr. Feigenbaum. I'd like to begin by acknowledging some of the dedicated people who have supported us throughout our high school journey. Thank you to our teachers. Your investment in our success has not only broadened our horizons beyond Romeo and Juliet and the Pythagorean theorem, you've also instilled a curiosity in us to explore our subjects beyond the curriculum. Thank you to our administration and our guidance staff. For without your discipline and counseling, tonight's celebration would not be possible. I want to express my utmost gratitude to our parents, who tirelessly put up with our shenanigans for nearly 2 decades, and who endlessly encouraged us, even when Teach Assist had our collective heads spinning. You the real MVP. I also wish to thank my friend, Coach Sandy Barsky, who nominated me as valedictorian and produced the hilarious TG for Val Big D campaign rap. But most of all, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you, the graduating class of 2017, for trusting and honoring me as your valedictorian, and for being such a genuine, lively group of individuals. My high school experience couldn't have been better. Thank you. That being said, graduating class, we officially made it! Since the start point, that was grade 9, we made it through all the holes, jumps and falls, slopes and vertical asymptotes. Mr. Gold says, congratulations. According to the data I collected from a recent Facebook poll, many of us seem to be headed to Azerbaijan next year. But regardless of your next steps, let's take a moment, one last time together, and scale the fourth dimension and travel back to the fall of 2013. Back then, as Drake's album eloquently put it, nothing was the same. For us, middle school is history, and high school was an uncharted mystery. In the beginning of grade 9, we were so small, insecure, and unsure. Unsure if we had to ask permission to leave the building at lunch. Unsure of how to act in the case of a lockdown in the library. Not to worry, parents, Miss Chan demonstrated that to us very vividly. I can see it every time I close my eyes. And we were always so deep in thought about the pressures and responsibilities that come with being a full-grown adult that we forgot how to walk. And we were the ones clogging the Westmount halls. But as the year progressed, Starbucks and Subday became integrated in our weekly rituals. In other words, we became accustomed to the Westmount lifestyle. And before we knew it, we had even gathered enough courage to ride the Viva bus, with or without tickets, in order to reach the outer edge of our world, Promenade Mall. More importantly, however, we began to establish new friendships, and we improved our study habits through the accelerated academic pace of high school. For instance, we pushed ourselves to our absolute intellectual limits in careers class. We learned how to engineer a fully functioning volcano in geography. And we even mastered the technique of graphically displaying intricate linear relations, drawing lines, in math. The possibilities were endless. And while our schedules may have consisted of mostly the same subjects, and we all gathered in the atrium in circular formations during our common third period lunch, we began to evolve and shape ourselves into the individuals we are today. And now in grade 12, some of you can dominate those mock trial war zones in law class. Others learn how to question things and think critically. And they question things such as Gregor Samsa's financial literacy, or Miss Adil's staircase to the moon out of carbon nanotubes. Not one person understood quantum, let's be real, but there are a few of us in this crowd who can construct a business from scratch and prevail in Mr. Coates' boardroom. Wow. That being said, all of you showed up on picture day with dyed hair, pigtails, and Hawaiian shirts. I have no choice but to tell you, you're fired! Yet, we were never discouraged to showcase our capabilities outside of the classroom. Take, for instance, Mr. Dolha and his amazing drama students, who entertained us with those legendary productions of The Crucible and The Drowsy Chaperone. Truly golden. Westmount sports teams took Vegas by storm and made many headlines on Westmount Radio 1. We got you, Mr. Swales, we understand. Our baseball team is invincible. They haven't lost a single game in the regular season. Our basketball team even satisfied the standards of LeVar Ball by making the playoffs. And our undefeated ultimate frisbee team, you guys caught those flying saucers like you were on the X-Files. On the other hand, we have some of Westmount's ambitious business students who tackled DECA's unforgiving case studies and placed in provincials. And we even have one of our CEOs out there, Mr. Bradley Perez, who placed second internationally. And Westmount's other ambitious students and Mr. Coates sold us all those wholesome kimchi noodle soups and bottled water at Bare Necessities. You raised over $148,000 for charity over the past decade. Mr. Danju's Shield Initiative united our visual arts and tech design students to brighten the day for the children at Stitches. With Miss Clairefield's guidance, our talented art students crafted cultural art projects with the seniors at the local Baycrest Center. And over 100 of us participated in Mr. Orlovsky's one-match bone marrow drive. But wait, there's more! Our fantastic student council, led by President Ronnie Litvak-Passman, hosted Westmount's premier event, Relay for Life, which raised over $20,000 for the Canadian Cancer Society this year. So, I recognize that these past few months, we've been overwhelmed with nostalgia as the last 90s class to graduate high school. We're proud to be born in the decade of Seinfeld, the Powerpuff Girls, and MC Hammer, wherever that is. Yet, our very own grandparents will brag about being born in an era when Albert Einstein famously stated, "If in a space free from gravitation, a reference system is uniformly accelerated, a reference system can be treated as being at rest, provided one interprets a condition of space as a homogeneous gravitational field." So, what we can learn from this is that it is imperative that we allow our actions and our imaginations to define our generation. After all, our class was the first ever to endorse a promposal atop a horse in the parking lot of Airlie Hospital. We led the forefront of Westmount's viral reaction to Canada's epic hockey victory over Mother Russia in the 2014 Sochi Olympic Games. And we even survived a bomb threat in grade 11. But we won't be evacuating back to Rosedale Heights next year. Rather, we are faced with an immense transition into an entirely new environment. Dr. Dre named it the next episode. Yet, it seems as if this has already occurred to us before. Analogous to our transition into high school, if we pursue our natural inclinations, we will thrive and we will transform our next destination into our next home. A few weeks ago, I had the chance to speak with a famous rapper that you all may know. And I asked him, what advice would you give your graduating class? And he cleared his throat, looked me straight in the eye, and he said, be humble and sit down. Thank you, Kendrick. Then I had the opportunity to speak to another brilliant, fresh hip-hop artist. This guy you're probably even more familiar with. And I asked him, what motivates you to go to the studio and just be yourself? And his response was so wise, you'd be surprised, We call him Kid. My man Kid Cole said. As long as people know my message, I know I made a difference. It ain't about how far you travel. It's about going a distance. And this quote is so insightful because after all, life is about striving for and achieving milestones that are meaningful to you. And down this road, you'll encounter many obstacles and you will be challenged. But remember that our world is founded on the concept of opposites. Where there is despair, there is hope. Where there is doubt, there is confidence. Where there is adversity, there is opportunity. And the difference between those who prevail and those who fail is that those who succeed, from the book of Rick Astley, are never gonna give up and are never gonna let down. And consequently down this road, you'll find many occasions to cherish, enjoy, and just reward your hard work. Not to worry, everyone. There are many more incredible Punta Cana vacations to come. Given I didn't attend S Trip, but who remembers the details of that trip anyway? So, let us continue to flourish and let us embrace the challenges we face. Not just as refining moments, but as defining moments. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for us to take that giant leap forward for humankind. The time has come for us to take our talents to South Beach. When Steve Jobs delivered his commencement speech to Stanford's graduating class of 2005, he told the world, stay hungry, stay foolish. Westmount graduating class of 2017, my friends, regardless of your future aspirations, never forget, stay bold, stay extraordinary. Thank you. Let's learn to stop off a little bit. All right? And let's throw these caps up like it's game 7. Seven, 6, 5, 4,